Apple may be preparing the biggest iPhone upgrade we've seen in years, and if the latest leaks are accurate, the iPhone 18 Pro Max could completely change the smartphone landscape. Every year, Apple promises faster performance, better cameras, and improved battery life, but this time the rumors suggest something much bigger. We're talking about a revolutionary 2nm processor, a redesigned camera system, a massive battery upgrade, advanced AI capabilities, satellite internet support, and perhaps the most refined iPhone design ever created. If you've been waiting for Apple to deliver a truly game-changing flagship, the iPhone 18 Pro Max might finally be the device that makes the wait worthwhile. For the past few generations, Apple has focused on perfecting what already worked. The iPhone 15 Pro Max, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and even the rumored iPhone 17 lineup have all followed a familiar formula. But according to multiple reports, the iPhone 18 Pro Max is where Apple plans to take a major leap forward. Instead of offering small improvements, the company could be preparing a device that upgrades nearly every aspect of the user experience. At first glance, the design may appear similar to previous models. However, a closer look reveals several important changes. One of the most noticeable differences is the thickness of the phone. Leaks suggest the iPhone 18 Pro Max could measure approximately 8.8 millimeters thick, making it slightly larger than its predecessor. Now, some users may initially see this as a negative, but there is a very good reason behind the change. Apple reportedly needs the additional internal space to house a significantly larger battery and a new generation camera system. In other words, the slightly thicker design could directly translate into better battery life, improved thermal management, and superior camera performance. Many smartphone manufacturers have spent years chasing thinner designs, but Apple appears to be prioritizing functionality over ultra-thin aesthetics. If the result is an iPhone that lasts substantially longer on a single charge and takes dramatically better photos, most users will likely welcome the change. The updated chassis may also improve durability. A slightly thicker frame can provide additional structural strength while creating more room for advanced internal components. Although users may need to purchase new cases and accessories due to the revised dimensions, the overall benefits could easily outweigh that inconvenience. Beyond the physical design, Apple is reportedly introducing some exciting new colors for the iPhone 18 Pro Max lineup. According to leaks, customers could choose between silver, dark gray, light blue, and a stunning new dark cherry finish. Among these options, dark cherry has quickly become the most talked about color online. The rich premium tone gives the device a luxurious appearance that feels both modern and unique. Apple has always used color to help distinguish each new generation, and the dark cherry model could become the signature finish of the iPhone 18 Pro Max. For users looking for something different from the usual black, white, and gray options, this color alone may become a major selling point. But while the design and colors are impressive, the real story begins under the hood. Powering the iPhone 18 Pro Max is expected to be Apple's next-generation A20 Pro chip. This processor is rumored to be manufactured using TSMC's cutting-edge 2nm process technology. That may sound like a small technical detail, but it could have enormous implications for performance and efficiency. If the leaks prove accurate, the A20 Pro would become the world's first 2nm smartphone processor. Compared to existing chips, it could deliver up to 15% faster performance while simultaneously reducing power consumption by as much as 30%. Think about what that means in everyday use. Apps could launch almost instantly, games could run smoother than ever, video editing could become faster and more efficient, AI-powered features could process requests in real time, battery life could see dramatic improvements despite the increased performance. This is the type of upgrade that users actually notice every single day. Apple's Silicon division has consistently produced industry-leading processors, and the A20 Pro may push that lead even further ahead of competitors. The company is also rumored to be pairing the new processor with 12 GB of next-generation LPDDR6 RAM. This would represent one of the biggest memory upgrades in iPhone history. Why does that matter? Because Apple is investing heavily in artificial intelligence. Future Apple Intelligence features will require significantly more memory and processing power. By increasing RAM to 12 GB, Apple could enable more advanced on-device AI capabilities without relying heavily on cloud servers. This means faster responses, improved privacy, and smarter AI experiences. Imagine real-time language translation, AI-generated content, advanced photo editing, intelligent app suggestions, and powerful productivity tools running directly on your iPhone. The combination of the A20 Pro chip and 12 GB RAM could transform the iPhone 18 Pro Max into one of the most capable AI devices ever released. Storage is also expected to receive a major boost. Reports suggest Apple will offer configurations starting at 256 GB, with higher-end versions reaching 512 GB, 1 TB, and even an incredible 2 TB. For content creators, mobile photographers, filmmakers, and power users, that level of storage could be a dream come true. Recording high-resolution videos, downloading large games, and storing thousands of photos would become easier than ever without constantly worrying about available space. The display is another area where Apple appears ready to push boundaries. Leaks indicate that the iPhone 18 Pro Max could feature a massive 6.9-inch LTPO Super Retina XDR OLED display. The panel is expected to support ProMotion technology with adaptive refresh rates up to 120 Hz, ensuring ultra-smooth scrolling and responsive animations. Apple may also increase peak brightness levels to an astonishing 3000 nits. If true, outdoor visibility would reach an entirely new level. Whether you're watching HDR content, editing photos, or simply checking messages under direct sunlight, the display could remain crystal clear. Perhaps even more exciting is the future of the dynamic island. Sources claim Apple is working to reduce its size by approximately 35%. By moving certain Face ID components beneath the display, Apple could create a more immersive viewing experience while preserving the security and convenience of facial recognition. This may be the first step toward Apple's long-term goal of creating a truly all-screen iPhone. Of course, no discussion about a Pro Max model would be complete without talking about cameras. And according to leaks, the iPhone 18 Pro Max may deliver one of the biggest camera upgrades ever seen on an iPhone. The primary sensor is expected to remain at 48 megapixels, but Apple could introduce a groundbreaking variable aperture system. This feature would reportedly allow users to adjust the aperture between f1.6 and f4.0 depending on shooting conditions. Professional photographers understand how important aperture control can be. A wider aperture allows more light into the sensor for better low-light performance, while a narrower aperture can improve sharpness and depth control. Having this flexibility on an iPhone would be revolutionary. It would allow users to capture stunning portraits with natural background blur, detailed landscapes with greater sharpness, and professional-looking images in virtually any lighting condition. The ultra-wide camera is also expected to receive a major boost. Reports point to a new 48MP ultra-wide sensor capable of capturing more detail than ever before. Macro photography could see substantial improvements as well, allowing users to capture incredibly close-up shots with exceptional clarity. Meanwhile, the telephoto camera may become one of the most powerful zoom systems Apple has ever created. Leaks suggest a new 48MP periscope lens offering 5x to 8x optical zoom while maintaining excellent image quality. This could allow users to capture distant subjects with incredible detail, whether they're photographing wildlife, sporting events, landmarks, or concerts. The front-facing camera isn't being ignored either. Apple is reportedly upgrading the selfie camera to 24 megapixels, significantly improving image quality for selfies, FaceTime calls, video content creation, and social media posts. Combined with Apple's computational photography technology and AI-enhanced image processing, the iPhone 18 Pro Max could become one of the most powerful camera phones on the planet. Connectivity is another area where Apple appears ready to innovate. The company is rumored to be replacing Qualcomm's modem technology with its own custom-designed C2 modem. This modem could improve efficiency, increase signal stability, reduce battery consumption, and give Apple greater control over the entire networking experience. In addition, the iPhone 18 Pro Max is expected to support Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6. These technologies promise faster wireless speeds, lower latency, and improved reliability across a wide range of devices. But perhaps the most futuristic upgrade involves satellite communication. Current iPhones already support emergency SOS via satellite. However, the iPhone 18 Pro Max may take things much further. According to reports, Apple is exploring advanced satellite internet functionality powered by next-generation NRNTN technology. If implemented successfully, users may be able to access messaging services, maps, navigation tools, and selected third-party applications even when traditional cellular networks are unavailable. For travelers, hikers, adventurers, and emergency situations, this could become one of the most valuable smartphone features ever introduced. Battery life could also reach entirely new heights. Leaks suggest the iPhone 18 Pro Max may include a battery between 5,100 mAh and 5,200 mAh. When combined with the power-efficient A20 Pro processor and Apple's custom modem, users could experience the longest battery life ever offered on an iPhone. Imagine going through an entire day of heavy usage without worrying about finding a charger. Even more exciting, charging speeds may finally receive a meaningful boost. Reports indicate support for 40W wired charging and up to 25W wireless charging through MagSafe and Qi 2 technology. That means less waiting and more time actually using your device. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is currently expected to launch alongside iOS 27 during Apple's September 2026 event. Although none of these features have been officially confirmed by Apple, the consistency of the leaks suggests that major upgrades are indeed on the way. When you combine the revolutionary 2nm A20 Pro chip, 12GB of RAM, professional-grade camera system, improved display technology, redesigned dynamic island, larger battery, satellite internet capabilities, Wi-Fi 7 support, faster charging, and Apple's growing AI ecosystem, it becomes clear why excitement is building so quickly. The iPhone 18 Pro Max isn't shaping up to be just another annual refresh. It could be Apple's most ambitious smartphone ever. It could be the device that pushes mobile photography to new levels. It could be the iPhone that fully embraces artificial intelligence. And it could be the smartphone that sets the benchmark for the entire industry over the next several years. If even a portion of these rumors become